Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. Don't stand on ceremony. Let the summer game festivities begin. Baseball's mid-season extravaganza dazzles with pomp and pageantry. It's a gala finish as the triumphant ritual continues for the National League. Fanfare for the uncommon man as these stars of the past play ball once again, stirring up chilling memories of their legendary exploits. It's a diamond jubilee as major leaguers make a sensational splash in the first half. One spectacle seems even more magnificent than the next. Splendor in the grass? Dream on. These theatrics revel in a dizzy display of misdeeds and miscues. But no matter, it's just fun and games, and the thrill of it all right here on This Week in Baseball. Now in our second decade.
Hi, I'm Orel Hershiser, all-star pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and I watch This Week in Baseball because it's one of the most honest and revealing TV shows, I think, about the game of baseball. I'll start over. Bleh.
We'll do it again. We got plenty of tape.
And you're going to use this in the bloops and blunders. I know. I've seen that, too.
Fans, time to take a closer look at the first half of the season. For most, the All-Star break is a time to slow down the frantic pace and collect one's thoughts. But not for us. Enough of this slow-mo stuff. Let's rock and roll.
See you later, baby. See you later.
That is a monstrous shot.
I mean, that was a high fastball. It just went up the old Babe Ruth way of hitting home runs.
Eric Davis, who wears the number worn for so many years by the great Henry Aaron.
He caught it! He caught it! He caught it! Unbelievable. It was over the fence when he caught it.
What a player. What a player. And he takes a shot at it. There it goes. It is out of here. Michael Jack Schmidt with number 501 a spot, and the whole team comes out to greet Schmitty.
Down for dear. Whoa, whoa.
What else could happen to this team? Look at this. Say goodbye. Grand slam home run. Would you believe a grand slam the first day back?
And maybe they will have two mayors in Chicago inaugurated.
A tremendous wallop by George Bell and another grand slam home run. Can you believe it?
I can't believe what I just saw. I guess you have to file that away in the rabbit ball category as well.
Evidently, the ball looks scuffed. Home plate umpire Dan Morrison.
Boy, is this fun, folks.
Make it 7 boo-boos on the day by the Athletics.
And here they come.
And here we go.
This is utterly ridiculous. Well, if he strikes Barry Bonds out, you're going to hear some serious noise.
And Pedrosia is the king of the hill. Good night. Goodbye, everybody. Wahoo! Wahoo, McDaniel!
Wow. Uplifting events, to be sure. But first half news wasn't all good news. Take, for instance, those who shined in 1986, but then declined in 87. In the case of Houston's Bob Knepper, he helped bring the Astros a division title last year with 17 wins. This season, at the All-Star break, Knepper was 3-10 with an ERA above 6. As for the Giants' Mike Krukow, a 20-game winner last year, things have taken an unexpected turn. Krukow missed most of June with an arm injury and entered the midseason break having lost 6 of his first 7 decisions. The Phillies' Lance Parrish has hit 20 or more homers 5 straight times. For the slugging catcher this year, a sluggish 9 homers and .233 average. And what of Cleveland's Tom Candiotti? He slumped from 16 wins last season to a 2-9 record at mid-break, while the woeful Indians sank to the bottom of the American League. As for waving their blues away, no such luck for last year's pennant-winning Boston Red Sox, who collapsed this spring and went into the All-Star break in 5th place, 13.5 games out of first, and not yet at 500. The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune have also stung the world champion Mets. Davy Johnson and company posted 108 wins last year while finishing 34 games above 500. But much trouble and turmoil this year left them 9.5 games out at midseason. Now, let's open the notebook for This Week in Baseball's Twib Notes from around the majors. The Orioles added a third Ripken to the ranks when they called up Billy from the minors. Never before has a manager had 2 sons playing for him. In fact, the only time before this a team boasted 3 family members was in 1963, when the Alou brothers played for the Giants. Pittsburgh's Bobby Bonilla helped beat San Diego when he crashed this homer at Three Rivers Stadium. It was only Bonilla's 10th home run of his career, but it went a lot farther than most. In fact, Bonilla's blast carried all the way into the upper deck, making him only the 2nd player ever to hit a homer into the right field portion of the top deck at Three Rivers Stadium. The only other player to do it was Pittsburgh's own Willie Stargell. And not surprisingly, Stargell reached the right field upper deck 4 different times during his 21-year career, all of which he spent with the Pirates. Seattle's Gary Matthews began life in the American League by hitting one out, and I mean way out.
There goes a long shot to left. He's got a home run. Is it a home run? Way back. Good heavens. Whoa! Gary Matthews gets home quick. 1-0 Seattle.
And with that clout against Boston, the Sarge became only the 3rd player to homer into the Kingdome's upper deck. For Bo Jackson of the Kansas City Royals, life as a rookie has had its share of ups and downs. Still, the 24-year-old outfielder figures to live up to top billing.
He's a great player, and he's got all kinds of tools, and he does everything so well. He's a natural athlete, and he's the type of guy who could be a franchise player for him.
Question is, what franchise? Jackson, a former Heisman Trophy winner, announced that he'll play for the Los Angeles Raiders in the offseason, a decision that calls to mind former Blue Jay Danny Ainge, who said he would stick to baseball rather than pursue a career in basketball. And though Ainge played for 3 seasons, he hit just .220. And that, more than anything else, led the former Brigham Young basketball star to sign with the Boston Celtics. A wise choice, it seems, because in 6 seasons with the Celtics, Ainge has taken home 2 championship rings. Now, this week's quiz, brought to you by the 1988 Chevy full-size pickup. From the heartbeat of America, today's Chevy trucks. Oakland's Tower of Power, Mark McGwire, smacked 33 homers in the first half, most in the majors, and only 5 shy of the all-time rookie record for a whole season. Can you name the player with the most homers ever at the All-Star break? Hey, don't go past 1961. And don't forget, he can hit them out any month. California, site of this year's All-Star game. But first, it's time for baseball's legends to assemble for the Equitable Old Timers game, an event that raises money for needy alumni while providing fans with a chance to see some greats of the game back in action. With their lofty deeds duly recorded in the annals, these stars of the past marked the occasion by just having fun and, of course, playing a little baseball. the old-timers game offered its share of fun, it also produced a sizable contribution to the cause, one that's appreciated by all those involved in the event.
Well, I just feel that in my career that I am part of baseball, and I enjoy that. Coming out and playing and that kind of thing is all right, and if it helps somebody else, I enjoy playing, but if it helps somebody else, it's a good deal.
From the stars of the past to those of the present, it's the eve of baseball's midsummer spectacle. And the game's luminaries gather, one and all. With the pennant races on pause and the rigors of the long season forgotten for the moment, the event provides a welcome break and, as always, a great time.
Looking forward to this.
And so, without further ado, we present the 1987 All-Star Game. First things first, of course. And first, the rookie All-Stars. Kevin Seitzer of Kansas City never dreamed he'd be in this company.
I was shocked. I had no idea, you know. It didn't really hit me, though, until today, you know, that it was all happening. So it's nice. It's a great honor.
Says Matt Noakes, Detroit's freshman catcher.
I think everyone expects you to just, you know, do somersaults or whatever. I mean, it's really exciting. But maybe it'll hit me a little later or something like that. But, you know, it's an honor. It really is.
No rookie felt more honored than Oakland's own Mark McGwire, the subject of high praise from those in high places.
I think that's pretty thrilling when some of those great ball players are talking about myself. I don't know. I think it probably really hit me when I get to meet him and stuff. I mean, that's awesome. I never ever think that some of the great time players and the great players today ever even look at me or think of me as the way I am today. So I think it's just great.
And now for the main event, the 58th All-Star Game, featuring a most unexpected pitchers duel and nary a run through 8 innings. Then in the 9th, Montreal's Tim Raines on third, ready to score the game's first run. But Dwight Evans, Boston's man with a golden arm, made him an offer he had to refuse.
I just tried to hit my cutoff man. It's a great ball field. The conditions are perfect. It had a perfect hop to it, so it was one of those things where you hope you do it right, and you did it right.
Reliever Steve Bedrosian provided still more evidence that while the ball may not have looked lively, the defense sure did. Witness this play in the last of the 9th when the Americans threatened to end the game.
By the time I got over there, it was, you know, the ball had already bounced, and I knew I had to extend and get it. I knew he was on second base, and I had to bounce back up and look for him. And he was rounding third, and I just had to make a throw there, and it was a sinker to Ozzie. And he held on. It was a good play.
Bedrock saved the day for the Nationals, and the game went into extra innings for the first time in 15 years. Mark McGwire hoped to end it all when he came to bat in the 10th inning, facing Cub reliever Lee Smith.
You know, you see a guy hit 33 home runs, you know, we're halfway through the season. You have to get a little fired up, but I never take anybody for granted. But in that situation, I did feel, you know, what the fan was, you know, cheering for me and everything, and so they gave me goosebumps.
Goose eggs were more like it as Smith struck out 4 in 3 innings. The largest crowd ever in the Oakland Coliseum witnessed a record 12 scoreless innings. Then, in the top of the 13th, 2 on, 2 out, Tim Raines cracked his 3rd hit of the game, a 2-run triple that put the Nationals ahead 2-0. The game winners, it turned out. And for last year's batting champion, heroics worthy of the game's MVP.
I think it ranks really high up there. I feel that, you know, I've been in this game. This is my 7th year in this game, and I haven't got a hit up until tonight. I told my wife before coming to the ballpark that I was going to get a hit for her. And it turned out that I ended up getting 3 and getting a game-winning hit. So this have to rank up real high. I wouldn't say the top, but I feel that winning this award has to be one of the highlights of my career.
Victorious for the 22nd time in the last 25 All-Star games, the National League has also won all 8 extra inning affairs, still reigning supreme in the Midsummer Classic. Now, let's pour out the answer to this week's quiz. Reggie Jackson may be known as Mr. October, but in 1969 with Oakland, he was in full swing all season. By the All-Star break, Jackson had 37 homers, more than any player at that juncture since 1961, when such record-keeping began. And by the way, Jackson finished the season with 47 home runs, 2 shy of the league leader, Harmon Killebrew. Take heed, folks. Time to soak up some classical baseball. Ah, yes, to sleep, perchance to dream of delicious defensive plays dancing about the diamond. Seems I was dreaming. The music's delightful enough, though, but the picture's a bit jarring. Oh, well, no one ever said the two must always tango. Ballet, you say? Well, nothing like the beauty of a body in perfect motion. And speaking of motion, heads up. Seems no part of the body is safe in this performance. Ouch. Swan Lake, but still worthy of applause. Only I'm afraid this ballet has seen its final curtain. And no encores, please. Arm yourselves, folks, because we're going to go from lawless behavior to highest caliber great plays of the first half. Shoot, fellas. First, Ozzie Smith, Cardinals. Mitch Webster, Montreal. Eric Davis, Reds. California's Doug DeCinces. Out of nowhere, Rafael Belliard, Pittsburgh. Dan Pasqua, Yankees. Oakland's Mark McGuire to pitcher Dave Leeper. Minnesota's Kirby Puckett. Slipping and sliding, Oakland's Mike Gallego. On another collision course, Mookie Wilson, Mets. Kurt Ford, Cardinals. James Steele, Padres. A juggling act, Denny Walling, Houston. The Rangers' Steve Buechele across the diamond to Pete O'Brien. Milwaukee Brewer, Robin Yount. And Darrell Boston, White Sox, a maestro with a mitt. Bravo. Next, This Week in Baseball's Flashback, brought to you by Gatorade. Thirst aid for that deep down body thirst. Catfish Hunter and Billy Williams were selected co-captains of this year's All-Star game. Let's flash back to their All-Star memories. First, 1967, Anaheim Stadium. The longest All-Star game ever, 3 hours and 41 minutes. The game features 12 pitchers and 30 strikeouts, 4 by Catfish Hunter, who pitches an unexpectedly long 5 innings.
Well, I think went in extra innings. I came in the 9th or 10th inning, and Hank Bauer wouldn't take me out. He was the manager. Said he didn't have any more pitchers. What it was, they were going for the pennant that year, and they had good pitchers. They had Dave McNally sitting on the bench. They had Jim Palmer sitting on the bench, and they never got them in the ball game. They just left me out there. But I enjoyed every minute of it, even though I lost, giving up the home run to Perez.
Perez Homer ended the longest pitching stint since 1942 and beat the Americans 2-1. Flashing back 3 years before that, the '64 All-Star Game. While visitors were rushing to Flushing for the New York World's Fair, baseball fans flocked to brand new Shea Stadium, where the Nationals rallied for 4 runs in the ninth, sparked by the bat of Billy Williams.
The climax of the whole game is Dick Radix was pitching, and Johnny Callison was the hitter. And he had been using his 36-ounce bats. Instead of him using his heavy bat, he wanted to use my little light bats, which you know I use. I use a 31-ounce bat. So he took that bat up to home plate, and Dick Radix wind up and threw one of his fastballs, and he wind up hitting the ball out the ballpark, and we won the game. And I guess for about the whole time on the field, and when we were in the clubhouse, he was trying to gather that bat, you know, take that bat home for himself. But I still have the bat home now in Chicago.
And that's it for This Week in Baseball.